Hello and welcome to another EB Sports presentation. Today it's volleyball at East Brunswick High School, and it's the Bears taking on West Windsor North. This is a out-of-division game for the Bears, but it's got a lot to do, a lot of impact on the standings. I'm Frank Noppenberger, and I'm joined by assistant coach Tony Alexander. Tony, I know we played them a couple of weeks ago, and it was a hard-fought 2-0 win. But since then, as I read in the rankings, both teams have improved. What can we expect today?
I think we can expect an extremely hard-fought game. Both teams have improved. Both teams have tremendous offenses. And I think what it's going to come down to today is who can receive their serve better and who plays better defense.
Okay. Now, I think we're rated number 6 in the state. We're 11-3. And West Windsor North is, from what I understand, they're 19th in the state and 8-5. However, I think our schedule may be a little more challenging than theirs.
Yeah, I would agree with that. One of our common opponents, actually, Hillsborough, whom we lost to, West Windsor North actually beat. So
this could be a toss-up. And this is a big game for state rankings because in about 2 weeks we're going to do the seeding down at the state. And Coach Strauss, our head coach, is on that seating committee. Not that that means anything. There's no influence on that. It's all straight by records and PowerPoints. But this would be a lift for the Bears if they can not only win this with the upcoming GMC coming up, but also for rankings in the seating for the state. Coach, you want to give us the Bears starting lineup?
Our starting lineup today is number 32, Mike Mann. Number 15, Danny Leong. Number 42, Kevin Liu. Number 7, Jack Fredericks. Number 22, Billy Fox. And number 13, Alec Weissman.
The grades of them, Coach. Most of we got at least 4 underclassmen out there.
We have all juniors on the court right now.
That's good for the Bears. That's good. Boy, what's that do to you as a coach when the first serve, they put it into the net?
It's tough. It's tough to handle because everyone's pumped up, and the first ball to go in the net, it gives the other team an automatic point.
Right. Okay, we didn't have someone fill that spot there.
It's a vulnerable spot because if you don't react quick enough, the ball's going to drop to the ground before you can get to it.
Right, and experience will certainly help you read that. Boy, that's 2 in a row for them. So as you can see, that makes it 3-1 in favor of the Bears. Serving is Jack Fredericks. Point for the Bears. Jack Fredericks is a famous East Brunswick family. Actually, he's related to the Monteseskis, and his dad was a outstanding basketball player for the Bears. Matter of fact, I had the privilege of coaching his dad way back. Now that was a short serve, and what was Mike asking, to just get it a little higher, or what?
Yeah, he likes it a little bit higher. I mean, he's a bigger kid, and you put the ball a little bit higher, and he can usually hit over his opponents.
Out.
Just by a hair.
It's interesting that this sport, and that's what's great about it, is not only these kids play each other in leagues and summer leagues, but now we have student athletes on the corner calling out and in, or in and out. And Tony, I'm going to quiz you on that. What's the only other sport in high school that allows a kid to make a call such as that? We're going to give the audience the time to think about it, as you do. In the winter, If you call Tony Alexander at Irwin School, he will give you the answer and lunch for the day.
An uncharacteristic error.
What an outstanding basketball season he had. And I think watching many home games, I'm not sure if that's Teddy it is, right?
That's Danny Leon.
Danny, if that's his only error I saw him make.
Actually, Danny this past week was just named a player to watch by the Star Ledger.
Oh, good. I missed that. That makes it 7-3. And serving is junior Mike Mann.
Probably, I would say, a top 20 player in the state, without a shadow of a doubt.
Boy, that's tough for me to read that.
Just think of the pressure those student athletes have.
Yeah, well, not that I'm in favor of it. I know your wheels are turning on that question, but so the Bears are up 8-4. What's that? Just see, to me, that's lack of concentration. And I'm not knocking the young man, but in every sport, you can't lose concentration.
In volleyball, a lot of times that ball will move, and you think it's going one way one time, and then it moves on you, and that's the end result.
Well, I'll make sure the next time they serve that they don't do that to the ball so we can serve it, return it properly. Well, there's my buddy. That's 2 mistakes for him. I'm going to have to talk to him later. Very uncharacteristic, as you said, of Danny. Bears are still up 9-6. That was big Owen Summerer.
Our lone sophomore on the court right now.
Give me a quickie when we get a break about this rotation and the way they line up and when they serve, when they can move, because it's very challenging for the non-volleyball person to grasp that.
Essentially, everybody has a spot on the court, and you have to be in that spot before the serve. Once the serve happens, you can go basically anywhere you want.
But there's like areas that everything has to be covered, correct?
Yes.
And in your opinion, what's the reason for that?
I think it's to make sure that teams don't kind of stack certain players in certain areas and don't play to their necessary advantages.
The other question that gets asked often is the get up there, nice. I don't know if we touched it. Nope. Is substitutions. How many times can you be substituted for coming out of the game?
A team has 17 substitutions per game.
And what about an individual?
You can sub as many times.
So me and you can sub each other out, in and out the whole game.
Well, as long as we don't go over the 17.
Right.
Right. And you'll notice there's 2 different types of substitutions.
Go ahead.
There's a substitution that happens behind the yellow, what we call the 10-foot attack line.
Right.
And that substitution is just a libero switch and actually does not count towards your substitution.
Correct. And libero is...
The libero is basically your best defensive player. He's the gentleman wearing the different colored jersey on the court.
So it's not that we ran out of the white jersey, we just...
No, we designate him as a defensive specialist.
How do the kids feel about that, Coach? Do they take pride in that, like the stopper in defense or the middle linebacker in football?
A lot of them do, but a lot of them also have that desire to be able to swing at a volleyball and kind of crush one over the net.
And to help the audience too, or actually the young volleyball kids out there, when the ball's in the middle and you can serve it to either side, how does the hitter know if it's coming to him or not, Coach?
They actually don't, and we teach our boys to, whether they're going to get the ball or not, we teach them to approach the net as if they were going to get the ball. Right. And then that way it puts extra pressure on the other team, because then they don't know where the hit's coming from either.
Right, but aren't there some calls like when you have the short serve and the quick serve compared to the high looping serve, and that type of play there where we have the fake hit and then goes to someone else?
Yeah, the boys out there have their own little kind of almost like plays in a basketball game where there's different types of sets for different people at different times, and really what it all depends upon is when the team serves the ball over the net to us, how well do we pass it to our setter?
Right. But who makes those calls, the coach or the kids on the floor?
It's a combination. Sometimes the coach will make that call. Sometimes the players will make that call, depending on what they feel most comfortable with. And sometimes the setter will make that call.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The other thing a lot of the parents have asked me, and I explained to them it's a teaching technique, but the blue line's on the floor. That, correct me if I'm wrong, and that has nothing to do with the volleyball court. We use that just for practice.
Yes, we are fortunate enough here in East Brunswick to be able to fit 2 volleyball courts in our gym, and yes, we use that for practice.
So we just turned the nets the other way, and what we're doing is we're using that for a hitting area and a spot where to hit the ball. Yeah,
it's two regulation courts that we can play on.
Right. So what we're looking at is the yellow lines right now, or the audience.
Yes.
Boy, is this tough. It's 17-11, the Bears, and it's probably been 7 serves that went into the net or long.
And that's basically 7 points that we've given the other team that they have not earned.
Well, some of it was them. It wasn't always us hitting them out.
True.
Why aren't they challenging the net on those spikes?
A lot of it has to do with guessing wrong,
right.
Which is a good thing for us, because then we have a much easier hit to make.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that was a nice play. Good effort by the West Windsor North people. That makes it 19-12, as you can see, in favor of the Bears. Serving is our number 42. Tell me a little about him, Coach, or Libero.
Kevin Liu. He's a junior, and on the year we have him at 149 digs. And so basically what that means is every time the opposing team kind of attacks the ball over the net, he's able to put it back up in the air so that we can have a chance of scoring a point.
All right, that was a good job. We had 2 men on the ball, and it just happened to go out. Sometimes that happens, I'm sure, when you're blocking. Okay, that's just a lack of communication there, and and concentration, which I said before.
Luckily, West Windsor was able to kind of give us a little gift back.
And that was what, they were out of position, or he didn't wait for the whistle?
The gentleman who served the ball actually stepped over the end line.
Okay. (2015) serving is Alec Weissman,
our setter.
The referee is discussing that with the linesman, which is confusing to me because he is the judge, he's the paid adult, and to put that pressure on the young kid to make a call, I just don't think it's the right thing to do. Off the net. Good save. Why wasn't that a double, Coach?
Actually, on the first contact, you are technically allowed to make a double contact. I've never been really explained why that happens, but that's one of the rules.
All right, good timeout. I thought a very good timeout by, I hope, by Coach Strauss. It's now 20-17 in favor of the Bears. Now, it's, in my years of observing and watching, a lot of times you get up a few runs, a few points, and sometimes you lose your concentration. And I think that's what's happened to the Bears. I believe they were up 6 before. Now it's 3, and now we're letting them back into the game.
An uncharacteristically, all the way around, an uncharacteristically kind of sloppy game for the Bears. They show times when they play great, but then they kind of miss a couple here and there. The great thing about this team is that they're going to bounce back.
But the thing is, we've been really on a hot streak lately, right? We've been playing good volleyball. Coach Strauss told me how well they looked against J.P. Stevens yesterday. Very few errors, if any.
Absolutely.
So what do you think Coach said in the huddle? Get the ball to Mike?
I think, yeah. And I think she also kind of talked about how we could be winning by a lot more if we were to cut out our service errors.
Yeah, we were just a little too far away from the net on that one. But, sometimes the other team makes a good play, which they did there.
Absolutely. And actually, number 11 for West Windsor, Jason Foster, he is a tremendous player and probably one of the better outsides in the state. And he made a great play there. But our number 15, Danny Leung, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he can get up there, huh? He's got some quick jumps. That's Owen back in the game. That's a nice front line there.
Very intimidating. A fun fact here, a lot of our boys actually play in the off-season with a lot of their boys.
Well, I was trying to talk about that before, about how unique it is that they know one another. Whoa. Ref overruled the kid on that.
It does happen once in a while.
Well, and it should. Yeah. Mike didn't give the killer serve there. He just tried to lob it in. Now, why does Mike come out now?
The gentleman who replaced him, John Wong, number 6, he plays back row defense. Mike is obviously a much more superior hitter in the front line, but John is definitely better defensively in the back row.
So why couldn't Mike just come over to this side?
Again, it goes back to those rotations.
Right. We seem to get a little more bounce in our step here. Good save. Get it over.
That's what I thought. For those people wondering, yeah, that violation, their setter was drawn a little too close to the net, and when he came down, his feet were actually over the midline.
Right.
So they call that an underneath violation.
I even saw that. All right, what I'll do is Okay, that's the end of the first game. That was a nice win for the Bears, and now the secret is, and it seems like we always play better on the other side of the court for some reason, Coach. Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to be back for this second game and hope the Bears can wrap it up in 2. Well, we're back for the second game, and I'll tell you what makes it interesting in this game. As I said before, Tone, it's an out-of-division game. But next year, West Windsor is going to be in our conference schedule for boys and girls. The conference, the all-sports conference that they're in, does not have enough volleyball teams. So they request that they come into the GMC as a schedule. And we said fine, but they won't be eligible for any post-season awards or division championships or conference championships. But we are giving them a good 18-game schedule. So they're happy with that.
Now, is that just for volleyball?
Yeah, just volleyball.
Okay.
Their conference, not many schools have it. And we always play them anyway, and South Brunswick does. And they put a vote to it. They asked us what we thought, and we said, yeah. Their athletic director does a great job with the kids, and their coaches are always well coached and well behaved. It was just, there's no reason not to. Okay, so in a couple of minutes we're going to be back. Tone, did you ever get my answer? Think out my what sport?
I really have no clue.
Okay. If I said the word love to you, would that help?
Ah, tennis.
Tennis, right? They make their own calls the whole game. The whole game. But this is different. I just feel bad that we put these kids in this situation here. Okay, I'd like to see the Bears really put it together this game, and I'm just not sure. All right, Tone, can you give us those starting lineups when you get a chance again?
We're actually starting with the same starting lineup as game 1. Again, we have Alec Weissman as our setter, Jack Fredericks and Danny Leung as our outside hitters, Kevin Liu is our libero, Mike Mann is our opposite, and right now Billy Fox is our middle hitter.
Billy Fox, and his brother played for us a couple years ago. He's playing up at Kane College now.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. We went up there, we gave it a challenge, and they know it's not going to be, a free kill every time. So that makes it 2-zip in favor of West Windsor North.
That's the beauty of volleyball. No matter how big you win or how bad you lose in game 1, game 2,
right.
0-0.
Tell you, it's that side of the court. I don't know what it's about, Tone. Maybe it's slanted? No, not really.
It's because it's the windows.
Right. So 3-zip here. I know Jack wasn't real happy with that. It was a nice play, nice setup. Maybe he just got a little too anxious.
Mike Mann has actually switched his position. Well, he didn't switch the position.
Right.
We moved him from his original position as a middle hitter to the opposite hitter, and he has flourished since he has moved to that position,
right.
Both hitting and blocking.
That makes it 5-1, and if anyone's wondering why Coach Strauss is on the bench, Coach Rutsch, the head coach, is recovering from injury, and we wish him a speedy recovery, and Coach has stepped up, and she's got great experience as a volleyball coach, as you know. So she stepped it up, and the Bears will continue to dominate. And there she is.
West Windsor playing very inspired volleyball right now.
But you see, as you know, volleyball, game of streaks. You know, we keep Mike in that position right there on the floor. We can bang off a bunch of points in a row here.
A couple more of those, we'll be in business.
Secret is you got to take away the belief that that underdog can win. Nice play on their set. Well, we're walking around looking at one another right now. We're a little bit palms up in the air, which of course is one of Coach Brady's favorite expressions. And you see Fredericks telling everyone, calm down, we're good, we're fine. Tony, you graduated from here in what year?
1998.
Oh, we had volleyball then, right?
Just starting, yes.
Just starting? Is that the first year?
It might have been second year. I'm pretty sure it was second year.
It's another great trivia question for people out there. All right, the Bears are right in it here with Mike Mann serving.
One good thing, oh, not one, but one of the many good things about this team is that they're extremely loose and they have fun playing together. And so when they get down a couple points, they don't really get down on themselves.
Now tell us about that, what just happened there.
You are permitted to, when you're serving the ball, if you don't like how you toss the ball to yourself, if you let it drop to the ground, you are entitled to a redo.
Ooh. I see Owen there, and Owen's big brother Mike, he liked that. He gave a big smile of approval on that one. Here we go. Another block by Owen.
Yeah, Owen.
That makes it 8-8. And like you just said before, we're back to 0-0. Good recovery, good try by Mr. Fredericks there. Sometimes it's just luck the way the ball bounces off the hand, you know.
And it can be very frustrating for the player because they do everything right and yet the other team still scores a point.
And you miss the ball. Like that. Well, it all evens out, I guess. So what do we have to do here now to put a string together, Coach?
We have to do a better job passing. Our passing is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. If we can do a better job passing, our offense will improve greatly.
All tied up again.
You know, one thing I've noticed since I started coaching here at East Brunswick about 6 years ago is the level of interest has greatly increased in this game.
You mean from the fan point of view?
Yeah, from the fan base has grown tremendously to now at the point where we actually have students coming to our games.
Well, we've always, certain games bring people out. And you know, we got spoiled too, you know. They're expecting us to win every game in volleyball, every game. So for the big games, you'll see a bigger crowd. Bears are down 2. This is the second game of 3. It's the Bears taking on West Windsor Plainsboro North. Although that's a Mercer County team, we do play them. Actually, we play them in a lot of sports. It's a great rivalry. Good defense. Good block. Tried to dink it. Good hit, 2 hits.
That's a tough call right there.
So you didn't agree with the call?
Not necessarily.
Oh, Michael.
Good timeout.
Good timeout. Yep, yeah. See, I'm saying you take the timeouts now before it gets bigger. 3 points at 14-11, you know, that's enough. Enough messing around. So what do you think she's saying in there?
I think she's trying to calm the boys down. Not that there's any panic, but you know, you can tell by the way they're kind of playing out there. Mike's swing, the double violation that they called, that they may have some jitters right now, so they're just trying to calm them down.
Well, we didn't win the first game because we're not capable of it. Just play within ourselves and we'll be fine. This time I'd like to give a real shout out, is that the expression, to that outstanding manager we have there, Bianca Curcio.
Yep.
She's also one of our outstanding cheerleaders. I believe she's only a freshman, was on varsity.
Correct.
So we thank her for everything she does for the volleyball team. Tell us real quick at the next break, Coach, about your volley JV team, how they've been doing, upcoming games. I know we got Edison, North Brunswick, South Brunswick coming up. So when you get a chance, just give us a couple names and how we're doing.
Actually, the JV team right now is undefeated. We are 13-0, and we just have played in the Hillsborough JV tournament this past weekend, and unfortunately we didn't come home winners there. But luckily, that doesn't count towards the record.
Right. So how did we do in the tournament? Did we make it to the finals, semis?
No, we actually lost in the semifinals. Very close game to host Hillsborough. But again, the boys played well all day long.
And when you played them earlier in the year on that Hillsborough day, I believe you beat them.
Correct. We did beat them. Well, the thing about tournaments is that they're not regular matches.
Right.
So we beat Hillsborough in a regular match, and they beat us in a shortened, abbreviated game.
Oh, that's a good way to rationalize for both teams, you know. So we all both, and hopefully we'll see them somewhere else down the line in the tournament. Here's a down 2. Good play, good hands. Good rebound, Mike.
That is a tough one if you're West Windsor, and a great one if you're EB.
Crowd even like that one. Mike almost looks embarrassed about that shot.
I can guarantee you he's happy that happened.
Well, here we go again. Now it's a 7-point game, or a 6-point game. My math's never been my strong point. Oh no, 25. What am I thinking? All right, tell us what happens now, Coach.
Well,
I know what happened, but
you wait for a couple seconds and hope the ball comes down, and if that's not the case, the referees will grant a redo.
Right, and there's quite a few balls up on those rafters up there. The ducks, as a matter of fact. And Coach Alexander has volunteered to climb up there later and sweep them all down. I'm sure there's a good 20 balls up there.
Yeah. That illustrates that serve receive that we were talking about at the beginning of the match.
Right.
If you can't really pass their serve well, it really makes it hard for you to run a good offense.
Mm-hmm. You said that again. You said that first thing. All right, stay with it, guys. Let's back up to 3 points. Now it's getting near crunch time.
Like you said before, a game of streaks.
All right, so Bears are down 4 right now.
Looking to put together a streak of our own. Now this time, that was a different violation. That was earlier we had the underneath violation, and that violation was a net violation.
Okay, we got Big Mike here. Come on, Mike, get it in. Get us a couple. Well, good recognition by their team to find that opening in the middle there. Boy, that's got to be frustrating as a coach. You're up 4, maybe to make it to 5, and now you give the ball up on the serve. But sometimes the advantage is on the receiving team on the serve, right?
Very true.
All right, Big Dan, make sure you get this in, just like a foul shot, Dan. Rush over the front. Good hustle there.
Jack will regroup.
Okay.
A lot of times when a player makes an error like that, you go right back to them and they make up for it right away.
That was interesting, Nick. The lineman, the kid called that in, and he was overruled. Timeout by the Bears. All right, it's not over. You know, they're serving 2 points right there. So let's continue with that JV team. So you're undefeated. Give me some of those youngsters who are going to be stars for the team in the future.
Right now, we have a couple of kids. Zach Yates, brother of a former East Brunswick Bear, Tony Yates.
Right. What grade's he in?
He is a sophomore. He has a couple of guys around him. A couple of gentlemen who actually play, practice the varsity, sit on the varsity bench. Owen Summer plays a little bit of time on the JV team. Jordan Margolin, he's a sophomore that practices with the varsity team. Patrick Favis also practices with the varsity team and plays with the JV team. So the future is bright for the Bears.
Is he calling that a do-over? He blew it?
I think he blew his whistle too early. Unfortunately, that worked against the Bears because it looked like it hit the ground.
All right. Well, actually, I thought that was the correct call. I thought the kid did save it. Oh boy. Not only do we have volleyballs up there, we got birds up there. Not real birds, but shuttlecock birds. They came flying down.
Good touch by West Windsor. And a good bit of fortune for East Brunswick.
Well, if we're going to make a run, we got to make it here because 24 is a tough number, right, Coach?
Yes, absolutely. That's a tough one. Usually very dependable server, Kevin Liu.
My thing is concentration, concentration.
Smart play there by Billy Fox. Noticed that the back row was a little bit deep, and instead of taking a swing, he just kind of popped it over the net.
Okay, Coach, that ties it up. I mean, that makes it one game apiece. Now, Tell me what goes on at this coaches meeting.
Well, they're going to flip a coin.
Captain's meeting, I'm sorry.
They're going to flip a coin to see, who gets to serve first. They also, and then depending on who chooses that, they also choose what side of the court that they are going to they're going to play on.
What does the Bears usually want, or does Coach leave it up to the kids?
Usually, if we win a serve, we usually take receive. We usually like to receive the other team's serve because it gives us a chance to go on offense first.
So then they get to.
They would choose the side of the court.
Right.
So my guess is right here, we won the toss. We chose to receive. And they would rather be on this side.
The side that they played earlier in the game and lost.
Right. Or
could we have picked the side?
No, my other guess is, well, yes, we could have done that. My other guess would be they won the serve, they won the toss,
right.
Chose to serve, and then we went back onto the side that we won.
Right.
Lots of possibilities here.
Well, I think there's a good wake-up call for the Bears. I hate to use that cliche, but they certainly have been playing real solid volleyball in the last 2 weeks or so. And Coach was just raving about how well we played in the last 2 games. And to come out in that second game like this, hopefully that'll wake us up. Even the Yankees have a bad game once in a while. So let me tell you about the upcoming volleyball. The Bears are going to take on Edison on the 3rd. Then on the 8th, May 8th, that's senior night, and that's against North Brunswick. That's always a special occasion for the parents and the athletes. It's not that it's their last home game, but we're just recognizing them and their parents for their efforts. And we're just a way of the athletic department and everyone sharing in that appreciation. Then it's South Brunswick, who is down a little bit this year, but in the past has been a quality opponent. Then the GMC starts. Right now I see the Bears as maybe a number 3 seed, Coach.
If we take care of business on our end, yes, right. Number 3.
Now the problem with that is in the semis we'd be probably traveling to either Joe's or Old Bridge.
Yes.
And well, we like to be home for that. So let's see what happens. Maybe there'll be some upsets and we'll sneak into a second place. But we've got to concentrate on this game right now because, like I said earlier in the broadcast, it's got to do with power points and not necessarily the state rankings, but ranking about power points. Because it could be that when it comes down to the second round, third round of the state, we could be traveling to North instead of having them come here. But again, here we are. This is the rubber game of a 2-game set. As you know, games are up to 25. It's the Bears taking on West Windsor North. Again, I'm Frank Noppenberger, your host, joined by our volleyball expert and our JV coach, Tony Alexander. Tony, we appreciate you helping out here and stepping up during this. I know you would rather be on the bench coaching, but it means a lot to the kids and the parents and the coaches to have these games televised. And I'm not sure if we'd be able to do it if you weren't up here, so thank you for that.
You're welcome, and I appreciate being here.
What's Danny looking for?
Well, unfortunately, our student linesman may have missed a call there where we attacked the ball, they blocked the ball, and the ball happened to clip the antenna.
Right.
And when the ball hits the antenna, it's considered out of bounds, but they didn't see it that way.
But isn't that call the judge here in front?
No, actually,
$134.
The judge here in front is responsible for those net and underneath violations. Right. He's responsible for seeing who's in rotation and also for substitutions.
Boy, that's a kicker. A nice block. It flops straight to the ground and jumps out. Well, this is going to be a dog fight, no pun intended here.
Mm-hmm.
Bears are down 1. All right, good save there, guys. Good save. We got to get it back together here. Yep, if I were the Bears, I'd call that timeout right now, Coach. We got that look in our eyes that we're confused.
This is a good test for our boys.
It takes a champion to come from behind.
A lot of stuff not going their way right now.
Another one.
I would bet my money on the Bears, though. They're a tough group of boys.
Well, it's a long way to go. I'm not going to. I'm not going to jinx the Bears here, but I do have to tell you, I think I'm undefeated broadcasting the boys' games up here.
So then it would be my fault.
Well, we have to blame somebody. So now it's 7-1. We've dug ourselves a hole, but like we said before, it takes a champion to come from behind, and like you said, it's a big test.
I think it's right now. It's coming down to the fact that West Windsor is serving tougher. We're not passing the ball well, and because we're not passing the ball well, we're not running a good offense. We can't hit the ball well.
I see us being flat-footed, not anticipating the balls. We're letting too many balls. It's unlike us to see balls hit the floor and allow the other team. And I don't mean on a kill. I mean on any type of a dink. But there's a long way to go yet.
That'll get us back on track, hopefully.
We need a couple of those to get it moving. Now the first thing Mr. Fredericks needs to do here Jack needs to do is get the serve in. Smack that ball.
Always a dicey situation when that ball comes over the net on the first hit, because you have to, as a defensive player, let it pass through the net, not through the net, over the net, before you can attack it.
Right. Well, it looks like the Bears are getting some emotion back and some hop in their step there. Well, we're not going to be able to beat them by not putting the ball in play.
That is true.
Start using all our hits. We go to power volleyball with Mike and Owen in there, or no?
Yeah, the Bears look a little flustered right now. They have to go to their go-to guys like Mike, maybe throw a little Owen in there, and definitely get Danny Leung the ball.
How many timeouts a game does we get, Coach?
2 timeouts per game.
And we've used one already?
Coach Strauss has already used one.
All right.
And it looks like we may have to use 2.
Well, is there such thing as an injury timeout?
Yes, there is, but in volleyball, in an injury timeout, I believe the player is out then for the rest of the game, if you have to replace that person.
Now, who made that rule up? You?
No, but I did have to use that rule earlier this season.
Wow.
That's how I know that.
What's the discussion going on here? I'm not sure.
I think the discussion is whether or not they're going to get charged with a sub or a timeout. But it looks like Alec is still on the floor. The up referee will let us know if they get charged with a timeout.
When's he going to let you know?
As soon as he finishes talking to the floor captain for West Windsor. And nope, no charge, timeout.
All right, Mike, we need about 5 more of them to keep Mr. Knopp happy here. Boy, that's a unique hit every time in volleyball. It's like the sound of a baseball. The offensive players hit and then they bounce right off of the defender.
And it's right now East Brunswick is a little frustrated because West Windsor is playing tremendous defense, which they're not able to really score those points off of those hits.
Well, West Windsor also, they're not making many mistakes.
Mm-hmm. That helps the cause.
Well, just get a couple more to, make them look over the shoulder, make them think, well, here they come.
Maybe force West Windsor to use a timeout. West Windsor still has to score 12 more points, though. It's a long way from done.
That may have been a break here, huh?
That was a very big call because...
Well, I thought it was going out.
Yes. But then to have them get a violation called on them.
Was that a double hit he called?
They actually called it a lift, where his hands came kind of back behind his head, and he almost threw the ball up.
Well, as you can see, that's 14-9, so the Bears are right there. Couple more points here, and they're going to put some pressure on them.
Again, another break for the Bears.
Right. Now it seems that they're making the mental error.
If we're lucky, it'll snowball into a couple more.
Now Mike will be out here for what, 3 more points?
Well, he'll be out here for as many points as he's in the front row.
Right, which the minimum could be.
Which, if we continue to serve, he'll be out here for many points.
But if we lose it 3 times, then he's gone, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, 3-point game here. All right, communicate. Oh. All right, I like bodies are flying. Big Mike with a big
very, very huge point for us.
That's a pretty good rally, both teams.
And that's the thing about rallies is the longer they go, the team that eventually wins that rally, it's a real big boost for them. And the team that loses that rally, it could be devastating.
Right. Good save there, kid. Good hustle. Good play on their part.
They're scrappy.
So were we. We were diving over there. Okay, Mr. Fox, let's get this serve in. There we go.
Oh,
that was
another unfortunate turn of events for East Brunswick.
Yeah, I guess it was out.
West Windsor clearly was just trying to get the ball over the net, and we happened to block it out of bounds.
Okay, let's go, Mike. Just 3. We just need 3 here, and then it's a brand new ball game. go. Now he went under the net, but why wasn't that called?
If the ball that he hits, if it hits the ground first and the point is over,
right,
he can then make contact.
And that's my understanding of it. Keep it alive. There we go.
This is a big point for both teams.
Okay, now it's back to 2. Big Dan serving here.
Yep.
Noise level is picked up. Big shot there by Big Jack.
You can tell the Bears are pressing a little bit, trying to close that gap. Only one place to go with that ball. It's a tough break for the Bears.
Concentration, concentration. Oh, it's still only 2. It's still only 2.
That's what we like to see.
All right, Jack came right back. Now we got to get these serves in. Tie this game up. Home court advantage.
That's a huge one because that swing and that ball actually hit the antenna before it hit the ground, thus making it out of bounds.
That's what the call was? I thought it was out back there.
Well, the linesman will call it out of bounds, and regardless of whether it goes out of a line, if it hits the antenna, it's still considered out of bounds,
right,
and that's still his call to make.
Well, now we have a ball game here, 21-20. Bears may be an advantage here that they're receiving service.
Situational volleyball that we practice. I think it's a pretty solid timeout.
Yeah, it's all right. We're right there. I just hope. No, I don't want to say that. I was going to say, you know, the fear of if I'm North Brunswick, West Windsor North, is that you're celebrating too early. The game's certainly not over. And I've seen that too many times in too many sports. Teams start celebrating, they think it's over.
I think Coach Strauss may have been employing a football tactic there. Calling the timeout, maybe icing their server, hopefully getting a service error here. Okay, EB, all out of timeouts.
Yeah. I knew that. Now, Coach Biltek, I'm sure some of the managers, someone's recording the unforced errors we have here.
Oh, yeah, we actually do a lot of stats.
Yep.
Serving, hitting, blocking, passing.
All right.
Again, a tough call. I think West Windsor may have been in the net on that one.
Can the down guy ask the up guy for help?
Well, no, yes and no. He can ask, but ultimately the best that we would do on that would be a redo.
I'll take a redo.
Use that point. Use that point. Hopefully go on a little run here. This is the kid I'd want serving. Alec Weissman, very strong serve.
Good, but he's got to get the serve in.
True.
And when you think about it, just 2 points, 2 simple points.
Yeah, but when the other team is at game point, it changes your whole mentality.
No.
It's a tough one to swallow for the Bears.
Well, the thing is, and congratulations to West Windsor. They came in here, they lost the first one, kind of in a convincing way. We came back. We tried to come back a couple times, couldn't get done. But I would give more credit to the West Windsor.
Absolutely.
And they just played a little more emotional game in the end than we did. I thought we made some mistakes, and that's why it's high school sports, and that's why it's a sport. You got to play the game, and every point counts.
Absolutely. So, I think the Bears will bounce back from this. It'll make us a better team, and hopefully we'll benefit from this in the long run.
Well, we got 3 home games coming up, and hopefully we'll get ready for the tournament. Well, Tone, again, I want to thank you for helping out and helping out with this broadcast, and thank you for everyone, and go Bears.